Thanks, Riaz. Good morning. RCMP and the coroner are investigating after a woman was struck and killed by an Amtrak train in White Rock. For more on this story, we go to Greg Harper, who's at the scene of the incident. Greg?
Jody, this unfortunate accident that took place here. We're here at Marine Drive and Finlay Street in White Rock, East Beach behind me. To my left, a little memorial has been set up, someone offering their condolences. According to White Rock RCMP, a woman was using the designated crosswalk just after 9 o'clock last night when she was struck by an Amtrak train that was heading north. It was very busy at the time. There were a number of witnesses, including the woman's husband. And police are now trying to figure out why this woman was using the crosswalk while a train was coming. There is signage all over the promenade here, like this one, advising people that trains will not use their whistle from 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. It is possible that this woman did not know the train was coming. Police are continuing to investigate. Jody?
Thank you very much. Greg Harper reporting for us this morning in White Rock. In other news, an autopsy is scheduled to take place today on the body of Cory Monteith. The Hollywood actor was found dead in downtown Vancouver at a hotel over the weekend. Thor Dykow now joins us live from the Fairmont Pacific Rim with the latest. Thor?
Yeah, thanks, Jody. Cory Monteith dead at the age of 31. Just a tragic loss here. And as you say, the autopsy is scheduled for today, but we may not know the results for 2 to 3 days. But the VPD saying that they are expediting the toxicology reports, meaning that they're going to be letting the public know about this a little sooner because of the public interest in the story and Cory's, notoriety as an actor. And he was well known with Project Limelight here in Vancouver locally as being a big ambassador for community events and helping underprivileged children. And he had just met with the Project Limelight people a few days before his death, and he was in good spirits, and he was talking about future projects. Now, he had been staying at the Fairmont Pacific Rim for a week. He went out with friends on Friday night, and according to surveillance footage, he returned to his room alone on Saturday in the early morning. He failed to check out Saturday, and the hotel went into his room around 12:30, and his body was found unresponsive, and police had a press conference later that day. So once again, 2 to 3 days probably until we know the cause of death, although foul play is ruled out. His autopsy will be taking place today. Jody?
All right, thanks very much. Thor Dykow reporting for us from the Pacific Rim Hotel in downtown Vancouver. He's pleaded guilty, but Laura Sendre's killer will soon find out if he'll be sentenced as a youth or an adult. A hearing begins today in Surrey Provincial Court to determine just that. The young man can't be identified because he was 17 when he attacked Laura Sendre in Delta's Mackey Park. He was originally charged with first-degree murder, but he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder last fall, 2 years after the murder took place. It's expected to take 4 days for lawyers to make arguments about sentencing. Meantime, we're expecting news about another arrest in double murder in Mission. A fourth person is charged in the 2008 murders of Lisa Dudley and Guthrie McKay. They were shot in their home, with McKay dying immediately. Dudley survived for 4 days before she was found. An RCMP officer failed to check the house, despite a report of gunfire. Dudley died on the way to hospital. She allegedly ran a grow-up out of the home. BC has a new government, and later this morning things will be looking quite different in Ottawa too. The Prime Minister is set to announce a major cabinet shuffle, possibly his biggest since taking office in 2006. Experts have predicted a younger cabinet with more women. Jim Flaherty is expected to remain as Finance Minister. Stephen Harper has selected his new team with an eye on the 2015 federal election. The Conservatives have taken a dip in the polls in the wake of the Senate scandal. The wait for the arrival of the royal baby continues in London this morning, and while the very pregnant Duchess of Cambridge spent the weekend resting, the new daddy-to-be made a public appearance. Very relaxed-looking Prince William proved he's not one to sit tight and wait for news. He played in a charity polo match with his brother, Prince Harry. There was intense speculation the baby's due date was Saturday. We are expected to hear the Duchess is in labor after she is safely inside London's St. Mary's Hospital. When the birth actually happens, it will be announced over Twitter, and an official notice will be placed outside of Buckingham Palace. Sports. Vancouver Whitecaps FC stay perfect at home after dousing the Chicago Fire this weekend.
A little stutter step and finally gets up the park as Camilo had broken away. Camilo does ever so well to bring that down. Camilo in all alone. Can he get by his man? Camilo on the right foot. Camilo! There it is!
On fire. There's a reason he only goes by one name. He's good. Camilo scored twice for the Caps in a 5-minute span in the second half. Vancouver beat Chicago 3-1. The Caps are now unbeaten in 6 games and the only MLS squad still undefeated at home this season. They have pushed that to 10 games. So pretty, we're looking at it twice. 6:36, Michelle off this morning. Checking in with Kyle now for traffic.